What's up, guys? I'm back with another video for you guys today. So, I want to talk about the challenges of balancing doing music while serving in the military. Um, I started releasing music back in 2021, right? Um, but I was like a private at the time, so I I basically had more free time. I had more free time as a private. I wasn't like super obligated to I didn't have to go to meetings. I didn't have to do any of this stuff, right? So as I got up in rank and I got more busy, having the time to actually do the stuff became less and less and less. And this is where you start to really learn about time management. Like time management, huge. It's a huge deal in the military. Everybody like a lot of people in the military know this. Like time management is to a T. That's what you need to do. It's not even. It's not a joke. It's not a game, right? So, like during the week, like I had a couple friends. I'm still friends with them to this day. Right, and we kind of would pull all nighters, but again, I was a PFC specialist at the time, right? We would pull late nights. We still make it to formation in the morning, all that stuff, right? So then we was like, all right, we gonna. So it was the so we got to the weekend, which is the only only time we actually had free time. The weekend. It wasn't even a game. So we made the most of the weekend, and we was like, hey, through the week we'll have through the week um we'll work, regular military work, and then the weekend then we would do music. But then even we couldn't even do that because as time goes on, when you're at a duty station, leadership changes. Then they want to do this, they want to do that. Then we was in the field so much. When we get back, we're done. We're tired. We want to go out. We want to have fun. We want to go do a whole bunch of other stuff. So it was really like, if you really want to do something, you yourself have to make time. That's even if that means you don't go out, right? Especially if you want it to work. Like, you just don't go out. And when I got to Germany, I went to Germany as an E4 promotable. I didn't get back on doing music right away because I was still getting situated over there, and the time difference and stuff, and I was getting in process and all that. But once I got there, it was cool at first. But again, leadership changes. Then they want to go like, we need to do more field training and all this other stuff. So yeah, it just got hard. It just got difficult, and then I almost, to tell you the truth, I almost did not do music again. Like, I don't, because I didn't have the time, right? But then I went like, and then part of me was like, screw it. Like, I said, screw it. Like, once I'm done work, every time I get off work, I make the most of the time between work and to the point I have to go to sleep. Then I would just, yeah, I made it. I made it work. I made it work. It's really time management, but it's also, you kind of like low key have to force yourself. In a sense, you gotta probably you might pull some late nights trying to do the stuff. Like, I'm about here now that I'm here. I have more free time now more than ever. That, and I'm also getting back and I'm trying to finish up my associate's degree too at the same time. So it's not like I'm wasting time, because how I'm looking at it, if I release enough songs, that's passive income right there, right? That's passive. That turns into passive income at some point, right? It could be next year. It could be the year after that. Who knows? I won't know unless I try, right? Because at the end of the day, stuff is getting crazy, stuff is getting difficult, and then also as much as people don't know, right? In the military, you do not get paid that much. I promise you, I promise to God, if anybody says they get paid good, I'm gonna go like you're lying, because 9 times out of 10, on average, most people get paid in the military. You wonder what they do? They go to bars or whatever, and they get drunk and they waste their money on alcohol. It is a common thing that happens in the military. That's what a lot of people don't understand. Not a good chunk of the army relies on alcohol to get through stuff, which is also really a problem, because then a lot of people become alcoholics and then they end up needing help later, right? But the main thing, I'll say that the main challenge is like time management. It's really time management, because me, it's like I got college, then I'm trying to keep myself, is that you got to stay in shape, so I'm working out on my own at the same time. So it's kind of like you got to map it out good, right? You got to really try to create a routine the best you can, right? Create a routine the best you can, and then of course, if you end up going to the field, when you get back, you got to reestablish your routine, or you might change something up. Who knows? I know people that never been to the field, not once, right? I've been to the field many times. I've been to the field many times, and then I would get back, and then I'm trying to get back in the routine. But there were times where I had back-to-back fields, so it was kind of hard getting back into a routine, because it got to the point where the routine, I got so used to going to the field, like I already had bags packed already off rip automatically, which is what you should be doing technically, in a sense. But I mean, whatever, whatever. But still, like at the end of the day, the biggest challenge I'm I faced was, like, the challenges I was facing was time management. Um, because it's like you're trying to get everything done in ridiculous timing. It's crazy work, but it's doable depending on what it is, right? Like, I have a whole rollout for the songs I'm trying to release for this year. That now, brother, like that. now that took some serious time management, because it's like I had to plan it out like like crazy. I had to plan it out like crazy. I had to see, one, if I have the time to do all the songs to release on these specific dates, and then I have to do that for next year. I have to do that year after. But here's the thing: I won't know. I'm not gonna know right away what's going on, because most units, they plan a few months out, or it could be a year, but most units plan a few months out, and depending on what's going on, and whether, if you end up going to a field a certain time, you won't be able to, like, say for example, you won't be able to do the music videos or whatever, unless, like, you spend literally from the time you wake up before the time you go to bed to do the music videos on, like, in one weekend, or whatever you're trying to do. Or you can just do a lyrics video. You could do that too. It's one or the other. It doesn't matter. Or you can do both. It that's like, because me as an independent artist, I'm promoting my own stuff. Like, I'm promoting it everywhere. I'm promoting it everywhere. I was promoting Love and Trauma Volume 1 for nearly a month before my Christmas EP came out. I was promoting that one for a minute, and then I've been promoting Still Breathing Black on TikTok, Instagram, all this stuff. And a lot of people they don't promote it. They only post once, and they expect, like, it to just do its thing. You gotta teach the algorithm. You gotta teach the algorithm and all that stuff, right? So the many challenges of balancing both me doing music and me in the military is that another challenge is that, like, I'm trying to keep it as separate as possible, right? Because I ain't gonna lie, some people have heard my music, and then I go to my workplace and they go like, "You look very familiar." Like, I'd, like, probably, like, before I went on leave, I was visiting an old friend from my first duty station, and some dude was like, "You look very familiar." And then he pulls up my YouTube channel. I couldn't help but laugh. I wasn't mad or nothing. I couldn't help but laugh. I thought it was I thought it was funny because I started to realize as time went on that started to become a very common thing later on. It started to become more common than ever because it's like I start to realize the more I put myself out there, the more people are going to know who I am. Hopefully not in a bad way though. I hope. But I don't post no crazy crap online anyway, so it's not I'm pretty sure I'm good. But it's like for some people I know it's probably going to bring crazy amount of attention that's not going to be good for a workplace, but so I do my best to keep it separate as much as possible, but stuff I know maybe later on stuff might happen and then we'll just see what happens. It just is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's time management, keeping things completely separate, and it's really balancing like all it's not just balancing music and being a soldier, it's also balancing like the stuff you do personally, like making sure you're working out to keep yourself in shape, um, or if you're trying to do college, you kind of gonna have to like push some things to the side to, you know, to do your classes and all this other stuff, right? So that's stuff I'm going to be dealing with, which it's fine. It's not a big deal. Like I'm like college, of course, most of my classes will be online, so it's like that's going to be this shouldn't be a problem, but again, I don't know. Everybody's challenges is different. I met plenty of other artists that's also in the military, so it just depends. It just depends. So, but yeah, those are the challenges I'm facing, but I'm getting through it the best way I know how. I don't complain. I just do what I gotta do. Um, but let me know if anybody else in the military is dealing with this as well. Like, let me know. Like, comment. So I'll happily reply. But if you guys new channel, please subscribe, like, comment. I hope you all have a very blessed day. Peace.